If you don't know exactly how much money you're working for, you are doomed to work for money for the rest of your life. Calculating your financial freedom number replaces guesswork with a precise, mathematically backed target. To find yours, you need 3 things: a blank spreadsheet, an estimate of your current monthly expenses, and an assumption of how long you're going to live. For this exercise, we'll plan for 100 years. Nailing down this exact numerical target shifts your focus from infinite accumulation toward evaluating whether your current daily labor is actually serving your long-term goals. First, we build the baseline. Open your spreadsheet and create a column for your current age. Then list out every household expense category: clothes, groceries, travel, and calculate what they cost you for an entire year. Be thorough here. People routinely overlook hidden annual costs. Make sure you include your digital subscriptions, your health coverage, and your life insurance premiums. Now we account for time. Instead of using a single inflation rate for everything, you must assign a specific growth rate to each individual category. Digital subscriptions, for example, might inflate at a relatively steady 5% per year. Other categories scale much faster. The cost of groceries or higher education often inflates at a more aggressive 8%. You can even factor in technological shifts. Your gasoline budget might be rising today, but you can set that growth rate to 0% starting in 10 years to account for the switch to electric vehicles. Applying a flat inflation rate to a lifetime is mathematically inaccurate. Itemizing these growth rates creates a financial baseline that actually reflects the rising costs of your specific lifestyle. Next, add your future milestones. Sending a child to college, buying a new home, or starting a foundation, and plug those events into your timeline. Here is the rule. Input what those milestones cost today. Do not try to guess what a university degree will cost 20 years from now. Your spreadsheet handles the projection. It takes that present-day cost and applies the growth rates we set earlier, showing exactly how expensive that dream will be by the time you reach it. Finally, sum up each year's expenses and multiply that total by 1.25. This builds a mandatory 25% unpredictability buffer into the model. This buffer accounts for the high-cost events that derail standard savings plans, such as sudden life emergencies or health crises. Adding these future milestones and the chaos buffer transforms the model from a basic budget into a realistic mathematical projection of exactly what it costs to sustain your life through its most expensive chapters. To find out how much capital you need to fund this lifetime, we assume you will invest your savings. A reasonable expectation is an 8% post-tax return, which will continuously grow your money even as you spend it. To run the final calculation, open the Data tab in your spreadsheet, select What If Analysis, and click Goal Seek. You are giving the software 3 instructions. First, tell it to look at the cell representing your final bank balance at age 100. Second, set the target value of that final cell to exactly 0. Third, tell the program to achieve that 0 balance by changing your starting principal today cell. Hit Enter. The software will instantly calculate the starting balance required to fund every expense you've listed until your 100th birthday. This massive figure is the present value required today to outpace inflation and fund your goals. It represents the total size of the finished portfolio you are aiming to build. This graph visualizes the entire life cycle of your capital, growing through investment returns, dipping during your most expensive years, and winding down to 0 as you reach the end of your timeline. Seeing this figure for the first time can be overwhelming, but its value is in the data it provides. You are no longer guessing how much is enough. You are looking at the specific gap between your current assets and your ultimate destination. You can now use the model to make real-world trade-offs. If you decide that a specific luxury goal isn't worth the extra years of labor, you can remove it and instantly see your required number drop. Save this document and recalibrate the variables once a year. As your income grows and your desires evolve, the number will shift. Your financial freedom number provides a reference point for your career and lifestyle choices. It allows you to adjust your spending or your income goals until your daily labor and your life design finally align.